This is a song from John Denver. We happen to have a John Denver clone here. He sounds just like him. It's called Welcome to My Morning.
It pleases me to have you here for just a little while we open up the spaces, try to break some chains. And if the truth is told, they will never come again. La la la, la 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 la. La la la, la 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 la. Welcome to my morning, welcome to my day. Yes, I'm the one responsible, I made it just this way. To make myself some pictures, see what they might bring. I think I made it perfectly, I wouldn't change a thing. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la.
How many of you are John Denver fans? And admit it. I know. It's like, thank you so much. I love that. Good morning, everyone. My name is Reverend Cheryl Myers, and it is my absolute joy to be with you this morning. We welcome everyone who are tuning in via YouTube. Good morning to you. And before we move into our prayer, I just want to thank you so much for all of you that came out last Sunday for our Friendship Sunday and Fall Homecoming. It was wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. One thing about Unity, folks, we can eat. There was this huge spread of food, and wasn't the band great? Wasn't Ron Land? I said, Ron, I've seen your alter ego. I mean, Ron's like, rah, rah, rah. Ron is our painter. Ron comes in and makes our space so beautiful and rejuvenates it, and then to see him as the lead singer and guitarist in this band, it was like, yeah. It was awesome. But thank you so much, and I just think it literally fed Many people, over 100 people, and My Gym. We give a shout out to My Gym, who was here to provide activities for our kids, and it was just glorious. So thank you so much for all you did to support that unfolding. So let's take a deep breath this morning. And if you feel comfortable, just gently close your eyes, and let's officially begin our time together this morning in the activity of prayer. So let's just take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And the deep breath focus just tells the physical body and the mind that it's time for us to settle into this moment and this time and this experience. Fully open to receive a blessing and to leave here today uplifted from the joys of being in spiritual community. So thank you for opening your hearts to every exchange, to what you hear, to what you experience. Thank you for the light that you give, the love that you share. How sweet it is to come together in unity. And so let's just take one more deep breath into our open hearts. How grateful we are. And so it is. Amen. So is there anyone with us this morning for the very first time? If you're here with us for the first time, if you would raise your hand really nice and tall and just keep it raised. Have some folks right here. Yay. Give them a hand. We're so glad. If you would fill out the card on the very front of the welcome packet, and if you haven't received an envelope and if you raise your hands a little bit more, and you want to be included on our Friday afternoon email newsletter list. It just sends you all the great opportunities that we have here at Unity of Gaithersburg to come together and connect as community. So welcome. We're so glad you're here. Let's stand and sing a song together. Oh, I get to do motions. I'm hands-free.
In my love.
Over the mountains, I send my love. Over the sea, I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my compassion over the mountains. I send my compassion over the sea. I send my compassion into the heavens, and it returns to me. Take a moment to greet your neighbor, offer a handshake, and ask for a hug. way back to your seats. I send my joy. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Great job. Please be seated.
Good morning, Unity. Good morning. My name is Brett Savage, and I'm here to share this week's transformational opportunities, which are detailed in our community newsletter. You can receive next week's edition by sharing your email with us. And at this time, we ask that you please power down or silence your cell phones for the remainder of the service. Thank you. Starting this Wednesday, which is October 10th, for 6 weeks, starting at 7:15 p.m., Reverend Cheryl will lead the evening fall book study featuring the book by Wayne Muller, How Then Shall We Live? 4 simple questions that reveal the beauty and meaning of our lives. Reverend Catherine Sunderman and licensed Unity teacher Bill Sunderman, sitting here up front, will be leading an additional group on Sundays starting October 14th, which will be 9 to 10:30 a.m. in the Quay House. This book invites us to awaken and reclaim who we are, what we love, and the value of each moment and the gift that is uniquely ours to share with the world. So please sign up if you plan to attend either group. Once again, October 10th, 6 weeks, 7:15 p.m., or Sundays, October 14th, 9 to 10:30 in the Quay House. So you have 2 options. And this is offered for a love offering. So, a couple of easy questions for you. First question, do you love this spiritual community and do you want to see it grow and prosper? Yes. Second question, do you have the talents and skills to share that will support that unfolding? If so, then we invite you to consider serving on our board of trustees, which might be the perfect thing for you. If you would like to find out more about serving on the board of trustees, there will be an informational meeting today right after service here in the sanctuary. Or you can also ask any current board member, some are seated about, and I have a former board member who informs me about everything that goes on in the board. It's a great way to serve that will truly bless you and deepen you spiritually. And at this time, we will have Reverend Cheryl come up to introduce you to some very special people.
So yesterday, I had the wonderful opportunity to spend several hours with 5 beautiful lights that are saying yes to joining this community officially as a voting member. And so I would invite these beautiful souls to come up right now, and as they do, would you give them some love? Come on up. Well, you know, these beautiful souls are saying yes to this community in a couple of ways. They're saying yes to being an integral part of Unity of Gaithersburg and its unfolding. And they're also saying yes to allowing this community to support them on their spiritual journey. And they're saying yes to seeing and holding the vision and mission and core values of this community for it to be all it is here to be. We are so blessed by their yesness. So what we have for you this morning is just a couple simple things. It's a certificate of membership that looks very official and is very frameable. So we'll give that to you. And then we have just a rose for you. And so Jim, would you mind just kind of instrumentally playing, because I'd like just to kind of whisper a prayer in your ear as I give you your certificate, and Brett will follow with the flower. And then we're going to sing a song to you, and I'm just inviting you to open your hearts wide to receive the love and the welcoming from your spiritual home, Unity of Gaithersburg. And bless you so much for your yes, and thank you for saying yes. Gina Adkins. You are a beautiful light. Thank you. Rochelle Cornell. Jean Griffith. And Darcy Martin. And so if you would you stand, and would you just hold your hands out and sing this song? It's a chant. If you don't know it, you'll catch on really quickly. And beautiful lights up here. Thank you for opening your hearts and letting this message just get right in there, because it's so the truth. All right, here we go. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Let's sing it one more time to them. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And I just invite you to turn to each other, and let's sing it to each other as a community. Together. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are, one more time, really let it in your heart, because it's the truth. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Oh, we are wide receivers. Bless you. Thank you. You can be seated.
Gave me chills.
And make sure you love them up after service. Really, really good.
Thank you all for that moment. Thanks, everybody. Now's the time for our daily word for Sunday, October 7th. Our focus for today is receiving. Our affirmation: knowing my divinity, I open myself to receive unbounded expressions of infinite abundance. I know there is infinite abundance and unbounded expressions of divine goodness, ideas, and substance available to me and all divine beings. If I am experiencing lack in my life, I may need to examine my thoughts and actions to determine whether they are in alignment with this knowing. Do I often worry whether I will have enough money to meet what is required? Do I hold on to possessions I no longer need in fear of being without? If the answer is yes, I have a powerful opportunity to realign my thoughts, feelings, expectations, and actions with the truth of what I am. From this knowing of truth, I open myself to receive my unbounded good. I joyfully affirm and am grateful for infinite abundance and all its many expressions in my life. And from Daniel chapter 4, verse 1. To all that live throughout the earth, may you have abundant prosperity. And now let us prepare for meditation by singing All Is Well.
So once again, let us breathe together, deeply in and out. Let's take about 2 to 3 deep breaths. And as you breathe deeply, just feel your body relax into the chair beneath you, and your shoulders drop, and your body just letting go. I just invite you now to focus the breath in and out of the heart as you breathe normally, just in and out. Just breathe into your heart space. Just breathe into that space within that is the wellspring of love. And just feel your heart open and receptive. And over the last several weeks, we've been talking on Sunday mornings about prosperity and infinite abundance. And today, we get to explore how we allow ourselves to receive our good. And so in this time of stillness and inner reflection, as we feel our hearts open, I just invite you to bring to your mind's eye how you receive love in your life. Maybe it's from a spouse, maybe it's from a child, a family member, a dear friend, a beloved pet. Maybe it's from nature. As you walk through the beautiful trees that are turning in autumn colors. How do you receive love in your life? Or how would you like to receive love in your life? And in this moment, I just invite you to open your hearts to receive love. Imagine that person or that situation or nature or whatever it is in your life that gives you great love or that you would like to receive love. Just allow yourself to feel the inflow of love into your physical heart. And notice what it feels like in your physical body to receive love. Notice how it feels in your heart. Can your heart contain it? Or does it overflow and yearn to be expressed? And just notice if maybe you have a threshold for receiving love. Just notice in this moment. Our ability to receive love and the fullness of life affects how we feel moment to moment and affects our ability to be able to share and to give. For giving and receiving are truly the same energy and expression. So as we move now into a time of silence, I just invite you to just practice keeping your heart open to love and to allowing the love around you to infill your being, to fill your heart to overflowing, and allow it to permeate every cell of your body, every thought, in the silence. I open my heart to receive the fullness of life's flow, of love, of joy, of peace, of beauty. And I'm so grateful. So take a deep breath now. And just allow the love that you have received to stay with you and to bless you and nurture you and to compel you to share it more fully in the world. And so it is. Amen.
Sometimes in the morning, when shadows are deep, I lie here beside you, just watching you sleep. And sometimes I whisper what I'm thinking of. My cup runneth over with love. Sometimes in the evening, when you do not see, I study the small things that you do constantly. I memorize moments that I'm fondest of. My cup runneth over with love. In only a moment, we will be old. We won't even notice the world turning cold. And so, in this moment, with sunlight above, my cup runneth over with love. My cup runneth over with love.
Oh, there was a high school that had lots of spirit, but that didn't help them for the football team because they had yet to win a game in many years. And so when the principal saw some cheerleaders sitting in the stands, he asked, "Don't you think you girls should be down there cheering for your team?" And one of them said, "Honestly, I think we need to suit up and go down there and play for our team." I wanted to do a little female empowerment this week. I felt like that was in order after. Oh. Well, last week we talked about gratitude and as a way to open our hearts to the flow of abundance. And, you know, gratitude as a practice brings us right here, right now, to the present moment where the fullness of life is experienced and has us focus on the abundance that life is. It shines the light on the good in our life versus all the negativity and all the drama. And it raises us to a new level of seeing and experiencing life. So we looked at doing an assignment this week, and I just wanted to check in with you to see how you're doing. We talked about just paying attention to the wonder that's all around us, just at a heightened level. And we talked about, as a nightly practice, to right before you lay your head down on the pillow, or maybe your head's already on the pillow, that right before you go to sleep, you bring to your heart and mind 5 things you're grateful for. And if you're sharing your bed with someone, that you might share that together. And maybe you start that as a ritual every night. And then we also talked about gratitude signs, that you pick a sign in your life that will, kind of like, when you're in meditation, when you hear the bell, it brings you to the present moment. This is a gratitude sign. So it could be a red light. It can be stop traffic. We have a lot of opportunities for that in this area. A child's laughter, the ring of a cell phone, or even an obvious note on your refrigerator or bathroom mirror, to remind you to, in that moment, pause and be grateful. How you doing? Okay, great. All right. Okay, so one of the main points is to just stay present. To stay present and in the moment. Because folks, I think I shared this last week, I don't know of a better mood booster. I've needed a mood booster in the last week or so. And what's helped me to shift and to just be present is gratitude, to focus on what's working in my life. So I just share that because it feels important that we hone our tools in our toolbox right now to bring us to present moment awareness and what's working, the joy in our life. And so we also reflected on the people in our lives that give us so much, who have supported us in situations in our lives that have been challenging, and the way they give of their time and their attention and their love and their compassion and their joy. So today my question for you is, how easy is it for you to receive that kind of support? Is it easy for you to let people in, to support you, to love you, to see you, to lift you up and say, you go. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're hot. Whatever works. See, I just feel like, we've been talking about prosperity, and in order for us to fully let in the infinite abundance that's everywhere present, because we talked about that, and let me re-presence that there's a little R reality that we're seeing, out in the world that's full of drama. It's also got a lot of joy. But there's a big R reality that's the truth of everything, that we call God, if you want to call it God. We call it infinite life, wholeness, infinite abundance. It's everywhere present. It is the truth, and it's what you are. And so, of course, gratitude as a practice tunes us into that. But I tell you, in order for us to fully allow ourselves to experience the infinite abundance that's all around us, that's available to us, we have to let it in. We have to become a wide receiver. And so, of course, I had to go on the internet and look at what a wide receiver is on a football team. Because I felt an analogy coming, so I like to watch it sometimes, but I don't know a lot of the rules. But anyway, so okay, bear with me. So the wide receiver, and many of you probably know this, and they're going, let me see if she gets this right, is an offensive position in football that functions as the pass-catching specialist, right? Okay. So wide receivers are among the fastest and most agile players. You see these big 300 guys. It just amazes me. The wide receiver's principal role is to catch passes from the quarterback. Okay? I'm hearing a okay. Okay. On passing plays, the receiver attempts to avoid outmaneuver or simply outrun the people who are trying to tackle him. Okay? Once a pass is thrown in his direction, the receiver's goal is to first catch the ball. That'd be a good thing. Hold on to it, and then take off for the touchdown. All right, okay. Did I do okay? Okay, great. All right. Thank the Lord for the internet. So I think, okay. So the thing is, we too are capable of being wide receiving pass catchers. Bring that to your mind's eye. Yeah, we're in the Unity of Gaithersburg team, we're catching. Okay, your infinite wisdom, the infinite abundance that is the universe and beyond, is constantly throwing you passes. Rochelle, take this. Sharon, take this. Yeah, Mike, this. So are you catching it? And are you running with it? Yeah, you're constantly being thrown opportunities to let in beauty and joy and goodness and an awareness of wholeness. But how open are you to catching it, really hearing it, appreciating it, accepting it, receiving it? How often maybe do you say no when the universe is serving you up a big old dose of good? Yeah. So, how many times have you said no to your good because you allowed your limiting beliefs and feelings to tackle your yes and you haven't outrun them? I'm working this analogy, aren't I? Okay. And I was like, have I told them this story? But if I've told you to bear with me, I'm going to tell you again. Because this one just really resonates for me. I had a relative, she passed, constant worrier. Always worried about everybody, worried about, who's seeing who and finances and whatever there was to worry about, that she was going to worry about it. And it was Christmas, and I really wanted to give her a nice gift, and I was excited because I heard that what she wanted was a nice robe. And I thought, oh, good. Just to know what she wanted was thrilling enough. And then I thought, well, and no surprises. That surprises didn't really work that well. So I knew I could just go to her and say, what kind of robe do you want? I'm really excited to buy you this robe for Christmas. She refused to tell me what she wanted. She said she didn't want me to spend money on her. She worried that it would be too expensive. She insisted that she would just use the one she had and it would be just fine. And even when I told her that I wanted to get it for her, all she could say was, no, I don't want you to spend the money. And I can remember walking away from this interaction just feeling like, really? It felt depleting. I felt disappointed that I wasn't able to give to this relative that I love something that I knew that if she just allowed herself to receive it, she'd be all cozy. If she wanted the zip-up kind, the wraparound kind, the one with the hood, whatever she wanted, I was going to get her that and maybe some fluffy slippers to match. But no, she would have none of it. So it just really had me look at what keeps us from saying yes to our good. I think, we feel like whoever's going to give to us might feel depleted, might be actually depleted. We can feel like we don't deserve it or feel even guilty or feel selfish or greedy if we accept something, or maybe we're afraid that whatever we get comes with strings. I don't know what it is, but folks, I just would love for us to check in with our letting in threshold. What is it for you? Do you let in some and maybe not a lot, or what is it? Because when we give from our hearts of love, there is no private good. Do you know what I mean? It can't just be good. When I give to you, from love, it can't just be about me. You're not depleting me. We talked about that earlier in our prosperity series about inner-centered giving. When we give from that place, from the wellspring of all sufficiency, there's never a depletion. There can't be. There's always way more than enough. So those of us who are wide receivers outmaneuver and outrun limiting thoughts and beliefs through denying the power we've given them. Wide receivers know that the nature of life is abundance, and they get joy in the giving and in the receiving. You know, Jesus said, seek first the kingdom of God and God's righteousness, and all these things will be given to you. That means seek first the kingdom of infinite possibilities. Seek it. And righteousness is the right useness of it. Yeah, and all will be given to you as you allow yourself to give. And I reflect back on that story with my relative, and what I decided as a result of that story was that, by golly, I'm going to start looking for the yeses. I'm going to look for the yeses who want to receive my good. Okay? Anybody want to join me? Yes. Let's look for the yeses. And let's open ourselves up. You know, last week when the kids were out playing with my gym, my goddaughter was over there, and I saw her go up to a kid, and she wanted them to play with her and to create something. And so she goes over here and she asks, and this one child was like, no, I'm doing this. And she's like, okay. And so she goes over here and she goes, well, you want to play? No, okay. And then she runs over here and it's like, yeah. You know, she allowed herself just to continue to receive. You know, she didn't go like, oh, they didn't want to play with me. She kept looking for the yeses. So I just invite you this week to notice how often maybe you say no when the universe is passing you some good, okay? Pay attention. How expansively do you say yes? How much do you limit your good? And can you see the good when it's right in front of you? Let's look for the good right now, folks. I think it's really important for us to look for the good right now. So let's pay attention to our level of receiving and look at what might be holding us back, what's underneath that, and do that work. And so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a video that shares our ability to receive love from our beloved pets. You know, this past week, it was the feast of St. Francis of Assisi. And, you know, our patron saint, St. Francis, loved animals. And so we asked you to send us your pictures of your beloved pets. And so if you would just open your hearts to seeing this not very long video, but it sure shows how we allow love in when we say yes.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand and nothing's going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, babe, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend.
Look at that face.
If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together
That's my dad.
and call your soul if you let them. Oh, yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again.
Let's affirm together. I expand my ability to receive as I allow my unlimited good to flow. I am a wide receiver. Amen. Bless you.
Judging by the video, I would say that Unity is slightly more cat dominant. That's okay. I don't have a dog in this fight. Thank you, thank you. Now, this is our time to give from our unlimited abundance and open hearts. So as you prepare to place your tithe or consistent giving card in the offering bag, or give online as you join us via YouTube, here is some prosperity wisdom from the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. Now, many of us have seen and heard Deepak Chopra, so imagine this is his voice, okay? I can't do impressions. It is the intention behind your giving and receiving that is the most important thing. The intention should always be to create happiness. That is why giving has to be joyful. The frame of mind has to be one in which you feel joy in the very act of giving. Then the energy behind the giving increases many times over. Let us now affirm our offering blessing together. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am so grateful.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Used to think that life was all about the Joneses, trying to find a way to keep it up somehow. Had to have it, do it, be it, had to own it. A little secret that I finally figured out. We spend so much time climbing up the ladder, and then we're missing all the things that really matter. I got my 2 feet on the ground, breathing in and breathing out. Oh, yeah, life is good. I'm gonna grab onto today, live every minute in the way I know I should. Life is good. I like to move, I like to run, I like to get it done, yeah. Or I can stay at home on the couch and watch TV. Give me sunshine, give me rain, makes no difference to me. It's all the same, it's all the same to me. Call me simple, call me crazy. I believe that it's all in what we make it mean. I've got my 2 feet on the ground, breathing in and breathing out. Oh, yeah, life is good. I'm gonna grab onto today, live every minute in the way I know I should. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. my 2 feet on the ground, breathing in and breathing out. Oh, yeah, life is good. I'm gonna grab onto today, live every minute in the way I know I should. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good.
Well, let's stand and sing in our youth. I've got you, I've got me, I've got us coming together. I've got you, I've got me, I've got us coming together. One heart, one mind, one love, coming together, 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 coming together. One heart.
Thank you.
Please be seated.
Thank you, thank you. My name is Beth Barker, and I have just accepted the position of Director of Youth at
I'm not going to announce that yet.
So thank you. So thank you. I'm excited to get us started, and they learned some great things today, so I'm going to let them take over.
I am beautiful.
I am hopeful. I am strong. It's in capital letters. That's why I did it. But I'm ching.
Okay. There we go.
I am happy.
Yes.
I am loving.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's stand and bless our children together. You are the light of the world. Live as the light. Let's join hands and sing our peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that goes down. wide receiver. And if you are interested in just hearing a little bit more about the possibility of serving on the Board of Trustees, there will be an informational meeting at 12:15 in 10 minutes right here in the sanctuary. Bless you. Have a wonderful week.